Disclaimer. While we do create family content, this video is not for consumers under the age of 13. If you are under the age of 13, click away now. Building a life for yourself can be hard. It's even harder when you uproot everything and move out to your grandfather's farm, especially when that farm is run down and overgrown with trees and weeds. This is how things start in Stardew Valley, but with a little elbow grease and become a worthwhile part of the nearby village. We thought this title was a blast before, but now Stardew Valley has co-op, and it only encourages us to keep tilling the soil and expanding our homestead. Hey guys, this is Obi.
This is Obi, and today we will be discussing Stardew Valley and the continued support from the game's creator, including co-op. If you've not done it already, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell to be the first to see our weekly content that we upload every Friday. Also, for the best audio quality, we recommend that you use a headset or headphones while watching. Stardew Valley is a masterpiece among farming sims. Created by Eric Barone, this game is brimming with personality and confronts real-world issues head-on. Eric Barone fabricated the entire entity of Stardew Valley, from the graphical art and sound design down to the very coding. Even though Minecraft was his favorite title, he was profoundly motivated by games like Terraria and Animal Crossing. But his greatest inspiration would be Harvest Moon 64, and he would borrow many assets from this incredible title. For those unfamiliar with Stardew Valley, don't feel alone. This title was a hidden gem among indie titles, but it's never too late to pick up your copy. If you're a fan of the asymmetric top-down Harvest Moon games, or you are looking to pick up something just to help you relax after a hard day's work, then this title is right for you.
The game starts out with your grandfather presenting you a letter. He tells you that one day, the burden of living a modern life will be crushing, and you will be left with nothing but a void and emptiness. And when that day comes, he wishes you to open that sealed envelope. Well, just like you would expect, you're now an adult working for a company that treats its employees like computers. You open the envelope. The letter reads, "If you're reading this, you must be in dire need of change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I'd lost sight of what mattered most in my life, real connections with real people and nature. So I dropped everything and moved to a place where I truly belonged." After this heartfelt moment, you find the deed to your grandfather's plantation. The next thing you know, you're on a bus headed for Stardew Valley. Right from the beginning of the game, you know it's going to be packed with wholehearted situations. You're finally here, Pelican Town. After stepping off the bus, you're greeted by the local carpenter, Robin. She brings you to one of the 5 farms you designate before the start of the game. You can choose from the Standard Farm, a wide open field with plenty of room for crops and animals, the Riverland Farm. The majority of this plot is covered in streams without much space for farming activities, however, is great for fishing. The Forest Farm, while still not as large as the Standard Farm, the Forest Farm is perfect for gathering resources. It has many foraging opportunities, such as berry bushes. The Hilltop Farm, this lovely piece of acreage is ripe with geodes and other mining opportunities, but you sacrifice space. And finally, the Wilderness Farm. This farm is the furthest from town, so privacy is plentiful. This plot has a small variety of everything, but be careful. When the moon rises, monsters come out to play.
Hey guys, a quick interruption in the video. If you have not done it yet, leave us a like. It helps us reach a broader audience and we really appreciate it. Well, back to the video. After you are brought to your farm, what you do next is your choice. You can go meet with the various townsfolk, take a stroll on the beach, start some crops, or clear your farm's overgrowth. The biggest decision you will make in this game, however, is how you will spend your valuable time. One in-game day is equated to about 12.6 minutes in real time. Every morning you get out of bed at 6 a.m. and you start your daily routine. Be careful not to stay up too late. Past 2 a.m., your character will pass out and you will wake up in bed the next morning. You will be charged a small hospital bill, however, so try to get to bed before that happens. There are so many things to do in this game. If we were to cover them all, we would be sitting here all day. While we don't want to do that to you as a viewer, we will try to keep some of the basics of gameplay. Farming is easy enough. Just till, lay down fertilizer, plant, and water every day, minus the day it rains. There are a vast variety of crops to choose from, but you must always keep in mind of what season it is, as most crops only grow in 1 or maybe 2 seasons. The quality of your crops can vary depending on fertilizer and your farming skill. The better the quality, the more money that you can make from selling them.
As far as your skills go, you can level up your character by performing the various actions that come along with your daily tasks. Using certain tools can increase the proficiency with that item. Along with leveling up your skills, you will also find blueprints for things that you can construct around the farm. You can raise animals on your plantation as well. Early in the game, you will be presented with either a dog or a cat, depending on the preferences that you selected before the start of the game. Opting out is an option if you're not an animal lover. Along with a cat or dog, there's a decent variety of animals that you can raise on your farm, from chickens and ducks to horses and cows. You can expect that your farm will be a lively place to visit. Oh, and you can also get a dinosaur if you're lucky enough to find an egg. While the game does not force you to, making friends with the locals can provide you with some of the valuable recipes you can use in your everyday life. You can pick up a spouse and gain kids if you wish. Each resident of Pelican Town has a story to tell and hidden secrets that you can unlock if you pay close attention. You can occasionally pick up jobs that you can find posted on the town's bulletin board, and this work is a decent way of making a living for yourself. But be warned, these jobs are timed, and not completing them in a quick manner can earn you some negative points in the relationship department.
Something that is truly amazing about Stardew Valley is the sound design. Every sound is spot on and helps with the immersion. Birds sing during the day and crickets chirp during the night. Each season has its own personality as well, like the icy cry of the wind during the winter. Every aspect of this title has been perfectly handcrafted. In the beginning, backpack space is very limited, so you will need to buy upgrades as soon as possible. And the same goes for your tools. Your tools will need to be enhanced to cut through fallen logs or to mine certain ore nodes. You can decorate your home and give it a personal touch, and expansions can be purchased from the local carpenter too. Gathering money is extremely difficult when starting this title, but as you expand upon your knowledge of farming, fishing, and mining, money will find its way into your pockets. You will find yourself making a daily schedule when playing Stardew Valley. For us, it's get out of bed at 6 a.m., check the weather for the next day, water the crops if it's not already raining, and then feed and tend to the livestock. After that, it's either time to forage for resources growing around town, work on relationships with the locals, or go mining for valuable minerals needed to upgrade our tools to help us with adding new buildings to the homestead. Sometimes it's nice to just kick back and go fishing. Fish can either be used in recipes to give you back much needed stamina, or you can also use cooked dishes to help win over and gain affection from the locals. You could also just sell the fish for much needed cash, as you always have something to upgrade or purchase, like seeds. Eventually, if you spend enough time and resources, you can turn a profit by transforming your farm into a winery.
You will need to keep a close eye on your stamina bar, especially in early gameplay. Almost every task you take on uses stamina, and if it runs out, you will pass out and wake up in your bed the next morning. To gain stamina back, you will either need to eat a field snack, crops, or cook dishes. Another way to raise that meter is sleep in your bed, but doing so will end the day. However, you can just lie in your bed and your stamina will slowly recharge over time, giving you just a little more production during the day. This title is close to perfection, but what needs worked on is slowly being fixed by the game's creator. Little by little, he's chiseling away and adding to the game. Recently, we were introduced to co-op, and the game could not be better without it. Playing the game alone can be very difficult. From clearing the debris on your farm to taking care of crops, it's a daunting task. Also, this title can feel very lonely when playing alone. Well, no longer, as you can team up with up to 4 players on a single farm. Each player can have their own homes and desires. You can work together or take on tasks that you deem more important. The game runs on a grid-like design, similar to the early Zelda titles. When learning that Stardew Valley had co-op, we were worried that you must be in the same tile as the rest of the players. But after starting a new farm, these worries were quickly put to rest. Each player has the opportunity to go where he or she wants and is not held back by what the other players are up to.
You can take on various activities together, such as mining, farming, clearing the land, and even attending festivals together. You still have the opportunity to get married and have kids with the local bachelors and bachelorettes, or if you want, you can marry and have kids with the other players. We can definitely say that after playing the game on co-op, progress around the farm moves much faster. The various chores can be split up, giving you more time to collect resources and make that much needed money. There are a few downsides to co-op though. If there is a cutscene, everyone must attend, and it will warp the other players to the host location. Also, in order to progress to the next day, everyone must be in their beds and opt to continue. We also noticed through trial and error that your earnings are shared between each player, so purchases should be a group decision. Like we said earlier, there are so many things to distract you in this title, and it's been a joy getting back into it after a year break. If you enjoy this type of game, we highly recommend that you pick it up. Mr. Barone has recently recruited a small team to help him with the progression of Stardew Valley, so we can expect quicker updates in the future. With fresh minds come fresh ideas, so let that creativity flow, and hopefully this masterpiece of a game will prosper even more. Hey guys, this wraps up this episode. Now we want to know, have you played Stardew Valley? What did you think of this title? Would you purchase this game? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave us a like, as it helps us grow and reach a broader audience.
If you have yet to do so, consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that notification button to be the first to see our weekly content that we upload every Friday. You can also follow us on Twitter by clicking the link in the description below. Until next time, this is Obi.
This is Obi.
Signing out.
See you guys next time.
And happy farming.